Hello, everyone. I am Ramsey from CalMatters, which is a California-based newsroom that focuses on informing our audience about policy and politics in our state. Besides our traditional news content, we also build tools, and our premier tool is a platform called Digital Democracy. It's an AI-based tool that tracks every word spoken in public state government hearings, every dollar given to our state lawmakers, every vote cast on every bill, and a whole lot of other features I don't have time to get into. It has been a hit here in California, and we've been getting many requests to bring it to other states in the U.S. So we are doing that. And that was our goal for this program. We started out with a vision to reach multiple states this year, but it quickly became clear that each US state has its own extremely complicated operations. So we decided to focus just on one state, Hawaii. In this slide, you can see a preview of some of the custom design we did for Honolulu Civil Beat, who are our news partners who will be using this tool in Hawaii. But more on that in a second. First, we have to talk about how we built this thing, and it is complicated. This architecture diagram might resemble a Tokyo subway map, but it's actually quite representative of how complex our platform is. So for Hawaii, the first step was updating the internal API that sits in the middle of this. You can see that highlighted in red there. Then we had to update the front end. I showed you a little bit of that earlier, but here's a detailed look. The front end of the site is based on WordPress, but it's very custom. And it allows us to not only have different color schemes for different states, but also easily swap in pictures of states, key art from each Hawaii district, and custom iconography. On the back end, the biggest challenge was collecting, cleaning, and consolidating all the data we could find on the Hawaii legislative process. That requires a lot of scripts, a lot of web scraping that includes websites and even PDF documents, and even the use of some third-party APIs. And then we have the truly special sauce for our platform. I mentioned earlier that digital democracy is AI powered, and one of the ways we use AI is to help us do what nothing else does: provide fully transcribed and tagged videos of each and every public legislative session for the states we serve. Here you can see a sample of the brand new interface for Hawaii, which includes not just the words said, but who said them, when they said them, which bills were discussed, and who voted for or against the bill. Although we use AI for this, we also rely heavily on humans, and that is costly. A big part of our work in this program revolved around figuring out ways to improve our AI systems and reduce those costs. At first, we lucked out and met a stealth startup company called Cast Insights. They are doing exactly what we need, and we only met them because of a call for assistance in a Journalism AI newsletter early in the program. But Cast Insights is still a small startup, and they haven't quite been able to provide the level of support we need yet, but we remain hopeful that will happen soon. And in the meantime, though, we have been inspired by the Cast Insights team to take a shot at experimenting with our own homegrown AI system. And here's a look behind the scenes at what our internal transcription tool looks like. This is what our humans use to correct and complement the AI transcription. There's a lot going on here, but we're mainly interested in the dotted area in red. So let's zoom in. Um, this is our brand new interface for confirming the AI identification of speakers. Before, we only used AI to transcribe text and identify bills. Now, we actually use voice printing and analysis of the text to identify who is speaking instead of that being a purely manual process. We did this by building on top of an open source platform called Resemblizer, built by a company called Resemble AI. I don't have time to get into exactly how the tech works, but it has been a great tool set for us to build on top of. and we're excited about what we'll be able to do next. And here are a few key stats showing just how much work we had to do here. We analyzed tons of video that would simply not have been feasible without our AI tools. Just for Hawaii, we processed 900 hours of video. We processed 1,300 bills. Um, and we did this while we were still doing our California work, which is massive. Again, over 2,000 hours of California video too. So all combined, nearly 3,500 hours of video processed this year. And here's a kind of zoomed in view or larger view of what the new Civil Beat Digital Democracy site looks like. And I'm happy to say that the site launches in just in a few days. You can follow our friends at Honolulu Civil Beat for more information. And thank you very much.